Welcome to the Tech Today podcast. It's your host, John Mayetta. Over the weekend, the NFL worked with Comcast to broadcast a playoff game, which was between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. And they broadcast that game via Comcast's Peacock network, a premium streaming network, $5.99 for the right to view the game exclusively on Peacock Live, or you could watch the game on the NFL Network at midnight after the fact. And I'll talk about that as well. The more important element is the decision to broadcast the live game via a premium streaming service. I think it's a bad idea the way the NFL executed it. I think it's a strategic blunder, the way they structured it. And I'll tell you why. So the NFL, any professional sports league, but in this instance, the NFL, the league's value is a function of the audience. It's a function of the number of fans. And that's why the NFL is trying to grow its fan base by playing games in Western Europe. You know, they ramped that up this past season. Sort of like a company going to a bank looking for a loan. Well, the bank's going to ask you, what do you have to offer as collateral? You know, it's the underlying business that serves as collateral in that example. And in the case of the NFL, its value, what underpins it, the league's value, is the fan base. And you may say, well, why are the big streaming platforms like Amazon with its Thursday night games and Google with YouTube's NFL Sunday Ticket, why are they paying such large sums for the right to broadcast games? It's because of the popularity of the league. There is nothing that has the ability to capture a large audience like live sports. In Europe, that would be soccer or European football. In the United States, it's the National Football League. And the reason why live sports is popular is because it's popular with the fan base. So if you're the NFL, your mother strategic mission ought to be, how do we grow the fan base? And the best way to grow the fan base is to put the live product, make it available on as many media outlets as possible, quote unquote, for free. Which, of course, isn't technically free. It's supported by the ad model. So as the viewer, you have to suffer through the ads. You know, there's a time element there. You can either suffer through the ads or keep yourself busy by consuming some other form of content or doing something around the house. If you're home during the game, obviously you have a choice as to how to use your time, but it doesn't cost money out of pocket as the viewer, the ad-supported model. And what does that mean? What would that look like? Well, the ad-supported model traditionally has meant linear TV. But what I would propose, were the NFL, if I was commissioner, and I wanted to sell the owners on a pitch to grow audience, in addition to holding live events elsewhere around the world, it would be, how do we put our product, how do we deliver it to viewers across as many media outlets as possible? So that would include traditional linear TV, which has been the model since the NFL's founding. It would include radio, believe it or not. It would include social media for sure. So let's get it out on our Facebook page. Let's get the stream the broadcast on our YouTube page. You know, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Let's get the product out there. And I understand that in doing so, you're in conflict with the broadcaster, the linear TV broadcaster, let's say Fox, for example, who would say, hey, you know, you're making your product available on other outlets, and therefore that could potentially take away our audience. Therefore, we're willing to pay a little bit less to broadcast your product. I get that. I would take less revenue from Fox if it meant I would have the right to not only broadcast the game on Fox, but to broadcast it on Facebook, Instagram, Snap, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Because I want to maximize my audience. And young people, let's say 20 and under, 25 and under, they're going to be on their phone. So I want the game to be available on the phone. I don't want that person to have to log on to Fox's app to stream it. I want them to stream it from within TikTok, let's say. Now, that doesn't mean that as the NFL, you can't have a premium offering for that same game. So let's say with respect to the this Chiefs-Dolphins game that went up on Comcast Peacock Network, let's say Comcast was a broadcast partner, i.e. NBC. As the NFL, I tell NBC, look, we'd love for you to carry the game, negotiate price, and understand that we're going to broadcast it across all outlets, all of our social media outlets as well. And we understand that maybe a little bit less money to us in negotiation. That's fine, because our long-term value is a function of the number of subscribers that we, the NFL, have. Not just by subscribers, I don't mean subscribers to a premium network per se, but just audience. Right? Size of audience drives the NFL's value. So you have that ad-supported offering for that Chiefs-Dolphins game. And then, as the NFL, why not keep a premium offering for yourself? So in other words, broadcast the game on the NFL Network a la carte. So rather than forcing viewers to subscribe to a monthly streaming service, say, hey, the game is available for $1.99 on the NFL Network. And you may ask, well, why would a viewer pay $1.99 to watch the game on the NFL Network when that viewer could watch it for free on an ad-supported model? Well, you've got to give the viewer a reason to do so. So maybe it's analytics above and beyond what you find on a traditional linear TV broadcast of an NFL game. Put some hardcore analytics out there, some real statistical analysis, predictive analytics as to what the score may be, the outcome, the next play, all this stuff. Frankly, that falls in line with sports betting, which of course is all the rage these days. But put some predictive analytics, incorporate that into the broadcast on the NFL Network. That's part of what you're getting for $1.99. Maybe you have an interview with the owner, an exclusive interview with the team owners, former players for each team. To the extent you can get current players in the studio who aren't playing in the playoffs, big names that fans may care about, particularly younger fans, players that may have a large social media following, get them in studio for quick interviews during TV breaks. And so any sort of incremental content or information that you could offer up during your $1.99 broadcast that would entice people to pay the $1.99 would be useful. And this a la carte model was popular, 10, 20 years ago, particularly with music, when you could buy a song for 99 cents, $1.99. You can do it today, obviously, with movies. Think about Amazon's Prime offering, $3.99 rent a movie, $9.99, $7.99 buy the movie. So offer something to the viewer other than forcing them to subscribe to the everything menu. Let them purchase an a la carte offering. Give the viewer choice insofar as a premium offering is concerned. So kind of that's how I would approach growing audience, growing viewership, were I king for the day with the NFL and had a chance to offer a strategy to the NFL owners. That's all for now. See you next time.